days of practice, which was great. And Thursday we had practice. During the downpours, we actually went into the gym and watched some college tape. We watched, Syracuse, Johns Hopkins versus Penn State. That was great. And then we had a light practice where we played basketball with the kids. It was great. We split the guys up in teams of 5, and just kind of relaxed a little bit. And we were actually about to have we split into 4 teams. We're actually about to have the team that won the knockout tournament play the coaches in a game for sprints at the next practice. And I got a call, and my wife was actually going into labor.
Playing basketball, and I kind of just seen him answer his phone, and then he ran up to the other coach and he grabbed all his stuff and just ran out, and everyone was like, "Wow, what happened?" And they're like, "Oh, his wife's going into labor." And they're like, "That's cool."
So I'm walking out of the door, and then one of the other coaches said, he's headed to the hospital, and I was like, "For his kid?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then it was kind of a surprise to me because he was telling us that it was supposed to be due on our senior night, the 28th, so I wasn't expecting it to be this early.
We were all on different teams playing small-sided. I was currently playing, and this is my first year having Dean off as a coach, so I'm not close with him. Like most of the other guys, most of them play football, so they've had him for 4 years or a couple of years like that. But I had known that his wife was pregnant because he brought it up at the beginning of the season, saying that he might disappear towards the end of the season because that's when his wife was due. During the game, he gets a phone call, picks up his phone, and then he talked to Tommy, our offensive coordinator, our offensive coach for varsity. And then you see him book out one of the doors, and then a couple of guys that were not playing overheard, and then they started cheering for him, "Go Dean off," or that type of thing. It was fun to watch. It was kind of funny.
Great poker face, and when I got that phone call, I kind of ran out of practice, and some of the kids around were had that big "oh my god, it's happening" type of look.
I mean, having a kid is kind of once you graduate high school, that's the next big thing in your life is having a family. It's nice to see him, first kid for him. It's a good thing for him, kind of happy for the guy. I mean, I don't know him all that well, but it's a good thing to see.
We had known about this. We had made it, pretty public to the people around us and to the team as well. I started off our parent meeting letting them know that there might be a chance that I might not be here for a couple of days because we were expecting our first kid, and we went into the hospital on Thursday, and by Friday night, it was a long ordeal. My wife did a tremendous job, and we were actually surprised. We didn't know what we were having. We wanted to do it that way, and we ended up having a boy, and caused me to miss a couple of days, but it was cool. So we're very happy. He's happy. My wife's doing well. Our son is doing very well. And it's just an awesome experience, a new challenge, but an awesome experience that couldn't be happier. I don't think I've stopped smiling and since that. I can't thank my coaches enough for stepping up over the last couple of days. Well, I've kind of been out and taking charge of the team, and the kids are great. The kids are excited too, which is nice.
We did keep playing, because practice wasn't over technically, but we're definitely happy for him because I've been with him for 4 years now as my coach, and he was talking about having a kid last year, and then in the off season, we heard it happened, and so now that's kind of come full circle. We're pretty happy.
Reading books, listening to podcasts of different people that are parents, and they talk about how much of a different changes, or just talking with talking with my parents or my in-laws or any of the other people that I work with that already have kids, regardless of age. Just talk about how different that perspective becomes, and it's oh, is that perspective going to change over the course of a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe a couple years? No, that perspective changed immediately, and it allows me and my wife to kind of take a step back and remember what are the more important things, and some kind of stuff that I try to preach as a coach, and I get kind of bogged, as with any coach, you kind of get bogged down in some of the minutiae of stuff that might not be the most important. And I think just over the course of the last five days, it's being able to be what's the most important thing? It's just taking care of, right now it's taking care of my son, but taking care of, any of the people that you're looking after. And right now it's our team, and, focusing on what their needs are and remembering they're all growing, learning, and, they're not finished products. And I think that perspective has been cemented in me over the last 5 days. And yeah, I was saying that to Miss Tells, our city AD. I'm like things that I used to think were like super important are, you know, they're probably still important, but not to the level that, you know, I think I made it out to be, or a lot of people that don't have kids yet made it out to be, because that's your sole focus. And not that it's taken away from my job or as a coach, but it definitely helps change that perspective a little bit to lean into the more important things. And especially as a coach, you're looking to develop young men, and you know, I now have a son, and those are some of the things that I'm like, all right, how am I going to do this, and what things have I learned as a coach that I could utilize or do better or want to learn from, you know, with raising my son. And you know, I'm excited for that challenge. But yeah, perspective changes. It was immediate. You know, that whole night was, whoa, like life's different now, and different in a great way, in a really exciting way. So
I'd say it feels different. I mean, Dinoff seems to be happier. I mean, we can feel good for him, and then he seems to be a little more relaxed. Maybe he's just tired, maybe no sleep with the new baby, but yeah, it definitely feels a little lighter right now.
It's definitely like, it's not that serious. It is just a game, and you know, we are out here to have fun, and that's kind of a cool experience to add to the season.
I'd say so a little bit, because we were all really happy for him. So it was, you know, because with our season how it's been lately, we've been kind of in a slump, and this kind of picked us up a little bit. Kind of something to be like happy about for the team, and raise morale for us a little bit. So it was a good thing to see, and kind of just raise our morale, so we were all kind of playing a little bit better.
adjust when things change. And I don't think I'm the be-all, end-all, but I do think having that difference in who's there can affect it a little bit. But I think it's a grind of a season. You know, I guess regardless of what sport you're playing, you know, the season becomes long, and if you're struggling to win games, the season can seem a little bit longer. And kind of getting back into, I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago, it's like, oh, we're back in that same situation again. And, you know, you wish you could flip the switch like that and, you know, get the kids to believe that, like, just because you're in a similar situation doesn't mean the outcome has to be the same. And, you know, I think we're still working to teach that to our guys. And you know, it's, to me, I've said it to them a bunch, and I said it to them before the game yesterday I was able to be at, and we'll continue to say, it's like, again, the season is what the season is. What are we going to try to do in these last, you know, now five games, six games, I think 5 games actually, 5 games. What are we going to do to improve? And what are we going to do to start playing our best lacrosse and maybe get some wins? We're going to have to knock off some good opponents, but, you know, our focus is on having a better day the next day.
It's definitely that extra piece to the puzzle that we need. And when we're all, like, you know, not running, getting ball on, you know, he kind of speeds things up and makes us move faster. He's definitely a good piece to our team.
Yeah, I think it had an effect. I mean, he's our head coach. I mean, we all look up to him. We all go to him for answers and guidance. And when he's not there, it definitely disrupts the flow of things. But the other assistant coaches, they stepped up. They took charge, and, you know, they did well in the game. And yeah, we were also missing a few of our offensive players, so that definitely was a problem in the scoring aspect of the game.
Back to the Salem game, from what I heard from our coaches, it's just kind of more of the struggles of the season, and you become the habits that have gotten us there. We've got to try to break a little bit, and I think our kids are still determined to find a way to fix it, especially our leaders, and it's trying to find a way to get the rest of the guys to step up to the plate a little bit more and continue to build. And I think, again, I was actually talking to the officials before the game yesterday versus Concord, and we are slightly getting better, but it goes back to what we talked about a few weeks ago. One thing improves, the other thing takes a step back, and it's just trying to find a way to stabilize that. And I think that was more or less what caused us our issues on Monday. And just got to grow from that and try to find a way to improve.
Yeah, at this point in the season, with our record, we were not making playoffs. So I think just having fun and trying to just build on what we have been, just getting better is probably the best thing to do. And just have fun and go out there.